name is Markus and I'm going to cycle the most popular winter cycling route in the world, at least most popular in Lapland Ylläs. I'm starting here from the village Äkäslompolo and I'm going to cross the Lake Äkäslompolo and then go to the right to the forest there, and I'm going to ride around the fell Kesanki, which you can see over there.
You and me.
Okay, that was the first turn. All the cycling trails are marked with the winter cycling sign. And this trail is both for snowshoeing and walking and winter cycling, so there can be much slower travelers on the way, so be careful when you ride over here. It's currently 7th of February, so it's a bit past mid-winter, but it's still very, very cold. Actually today is a quite warm day, it's around minus 20, minus 15 to minus 20, somewhere between, but it has been very cold in January, minus 37 and so on. Thanks to the cold weather, this trail is now very hard. It's almost riding like on asphalt. And here we go to the skiing, cross-country skiing track. And across the road, be careful with these places, and then back to the cycling trail. Now we are coming to the common use area together with the skiers. So because here is a bridge, they haven't made another one for cycles only, and then back to the trail. So I was saying that there are plenty of places where you can rent a fat bike for winter trails. I highly recommend that you don't use the normal mountain bikes. Okay, today you could use it because it's so hard, but it's not hard every day. And when the trail is soft, and if you ride with a narrow tire bike, it will destroy the trail. Okay, crossing again the skiing track, nobody's coming. Okay, now there is an intersection. In the old times to the left, but now I go to the right. It doesn't matter which one you choose, because on this winter there are two trails going to the end of the Lake Kesäkijärvi, but this new trail is going on the lake, on the ice, so I will choose that one. Yeah. Okei. Mistä se menee tuolta menettää? Noin. There are people doing ice fishing. Oh, that's beautiful. Whoa. Oh, that looks fantastic, I would say. It's really beautiful. That is fell Kesanki, and I'm going to go around that fell. This is a very first time for me actually riding on the ice over on this lake. The other trail goes over there behind the trees on the shore, and it goes to the end of this lake, and I will be joining the same trail when I arrive to the end of that lake. And on the end of the lake there is a restaurant, so if you on this time of the journey a little bit hungry or thirsty, you can go there and have a snack. But I will continue to the next restaurant because I would like to go there somewhere in a half or at least 1/3 to be right before having a snack. Even it's 2:45 p.m. The sun is so low on this time of year that it doesn't hit to the lake here, only up to the fells. It's behind the fell kellostapuli on the other side. So I think that I will be riding the rest of the trip in quite much without seeing the sun. Yeah, the views are very nice from the lake, but I think that the trail in the forest is more interesting because there are turns and small hills and bumps. Now I'm arriving to the Kesängin Keilas, the cafe Kesängin Keilas, where I'm not going to stop now. Behind me there was a cafe. There are several cafeterias in the forest over here. So approximately every 5 or 10 kilometers there is a cafeteria. So you don't need to have your own snacks with you if you don't want to carry. But if you have, then you can stop, for example here. Here is a we call it kota, the hut, where you can have a bonfire and grill the sausages or whatever. And here are also toilets if you need. From here starts quite a long uphill. It's not very steep, but long. I think it's about maybe 2 kilometers of constant elevation gain. And of course, because it's uphill for me, then it's downhill for the others. So it's possible that somebody is coming a bit faster. On this kind of places, I really like the electric bikes. Those uphills feels pretty much the same as a flat with a normal bike. Not exactly, but almost. Even this trail is very popular. You can find a time slot when you can cycle here practically alone. It's now a Saturday. Saturday is the most quiet day because the majority of tourists, they are from Saturday to Saturday, and then they are not riding here on a Saturday. So locals, we come here on a Saturday, but the rest of the days are very busy. But very busy is a bit questionable impression, but yeah, you can see tens, maybe 100 other cyclists on your ride. Now a little bit downhill, crossing the skiing track again. Okay. And then a little bit downhill to the intersection where I'm going to turn to the left to the cafeteria. And also this trail around the Kesanki goes to the left. If you continue this trail, then you will go to the Ylläsjärvi, to the other side of Ylläs. Okay, now there are other cyclists. I'm not the only one. Hello. And here it turns to the Latvamaja. Latvamaja is the cafeteria's name. Some other cyclists are here too, and not many skiers this time. I'm having a blueberry juice and donuts. All right, let's continue. The blueberry juice was good and donuts too, and now I have an energy to continue. It was so dark inside that I didn't feel much there. So you need to go and find out yourself. How is it? Okay, then continue. Where goes the trail now? Over here. Yeah, it came from up there, but they have closed the path to the trail, because there was snow coming down from the roof, I guess. Anyway, now we are on the trail again. Now I'm arriving to a swamp. On this swamp sometimes there is water coming from the left side, from the uphill. Sometimes it is very icy, but I don't know how it is now. We will see. Looks very good. About a week ago there was quite a storm here, and the majority of the snow came down from the trees. Over here you can see this is ice, and it's coming from the fell and coming to the this looks like this is flat, but it isn't, so that there is a little bit sliding down from the left side to the right, and there is water coming from there, and there are some places where it can be quite slippery, but on this temperature it froze immediately when it comes to the surface, but there can be water under the here is the caution slippery. Yeah. There is water under the snow, so if you fall there in a wrong spot, it actually can be, you can get wet there. I have seen once a guy, it was minus 28 degrees, and he fell to the snow, and there was water under there, and he was totally wet and really hurried to get somewhere inside. Here you can see also ice over here, so be careful on this section. Now it's not bad, but sometimes it can be very slippery. Oh, this is in very good condition. Normally the trail is on this condition in the end of March or beginning of April, when there have been a huge amount of people riding, but this has not been an average winter. We get a lot of snow in December and had very cold January, and in January this have been get frozen, this whole trail, and the surface is very hard. It's quite cold. It's very good now. Hopefully it stays like this. And now I'm arriving to the coldest part of the trail. There is to the Hangaskuru gorge. It's in a between fells, Kesänkitunturi and Vainiotunturi. In the winter time, it's a little bit weird that the coldest place is in the lowest place, and because the warm air it goes up and cold air comes down, then in between the fells all the cold air has come down from the fells down here, and it can be, I think that it's now at least minus 25, can be colder. And if I would go up to the fell, there would be something like a minus 10 only. So inversion is the phenomenon called. You can check from the internet if you will. But it's a very nice, very beautiful part of the trail, because it's very rare that here is windy. And that's the reason why all the trees, they are covered by snow over here. Oh, now I'm feeling my toes are getting cold. I'm riding on hiking boots. These are not winter boots. I should have been taking winter boots, but these have been normally okay. But now I have been stopping so much because I have used a drone. So if I would be cycling continuously, then I think that these would be just fine. But now there have been too many stops and I'm getting a bit cold. I need to pedal faster to make the blood circle better. I like this. This is so in perfect condition. Quite often it has been too soft on this time of winter, and I have been falling all the time, but now this is fantastic. Really nice, really nice. But really cold too. Oh. About dressing when you go winter cycling. As I said, warm boots. use multiple layers. I'm having actually, this is not a winter coat, but I have 4 layers under it. So if I'm feeling too hot, then I can remove a bit, or if I'm feeling cold, then I can add layers. Personally, I don't like cycling on a winter coat because normally it's too hot. I have 3 merino wool shirts there, 1 t-shirt and 2 long sleeves, and then I have the one extra layer, which is something synthetic, which also get the moisture straight through, and then a jacket which is water resistant, and of course now it's important that it's wind resistant, so that there is air between my skin and outside world. Then I have winter trousers and winter pants under there. So long sleeves, merino wool underlayer. That's pretty much enough for me. But if you come from the warmer country, then you most likely need a little bit more there. And you can use the winter coat, but that's not what I'm doing. And when you go into the cafeteria, undress yourself, because if your clothes are sweaty and you go back to outside, you will get frozen. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, this is beautiful. And look at those trees, all covered by snow. This is beautiful. Oh, fantastic. Okay, and now I'm coming to the Hangaskuru hut. Here you can go inside and warm up. There is a hut where you can go. Let's go continue. Look how beautiful it is when the sun hits to the top of the trees there. Oh, look the colors. Oh, this is fantastic. Now we are coming to the skiing trail again. Cross it. All right. This is fantastic. Look at that tree over there. Okay, now we come to the intersection again. And there is a Kotamaja cafe, 3 kilometers to the right. Because now I'm not going there, it most likely be closed on this time. Or will be closing soon, and I already had a break, so I will continue to the Äkäslompolo direction. It's It says 5 kilometers to Ylläksellä, but I'm not sure if it's 5 or not. It depends. There is several trails or possibilities which you can choose from the end part of the trail. So it can be less or it can be a little bit more, but something like that. Now it's getting again a little bit cold. I don't know why, but it's quite freezing now, but not bad, not bad. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. I love how it's totally silent. The only thing which you hear is the snow under your tires. This is fantastic. Yeah, but now this is really nice and easy going. About 2 kilometers, almost no need to pedal. I will pedal a little bit. Now there is a very mild uphill, but the majority is very calm downhill until the Karila. At the Karila there would be a Karila Navetta Galleria, the Urban Galleria, I guess it is. It's a cafeteria where there is also art which you can look and buy. But this time I'm not going to stop there, but I really recommend it. Really nice place. Now my goal is cycle back to the Ylläksellä village. Oh, now it feels really cold. Oh, there is a fell kukas on the right side. You can't see it here, but it makes the effect that the cold air comes down. Oh, really cold now actually. And now I'm feeling on my face that it's really cold. Oh, much colder than what it was when I started. Yeah, but it's also maybe that I'm riding a little bit faster, and because it's a downhill I don't use much energy for riding, so can be that's the reason, but I think it's still way colder than -20 now. Oh, now I think I need to use the hood. Yes, now it's a little bit warmer. It's interesting, it's just a 1 layer or 2 layer of fabric, but it helps to the wind, and for some reason it doesn't come so strongly to my face, even if it's not covering my face. The rest of the body is okay, but the face is not. I would need some kind of ninja mask. I have not been cycling much this winter, and I think that's the reason that my face have not got used to the cold temperature, because it have been too cold for cycling. cyclist for me. And now I'm arriving Karila. Now it is a common trail again, so the skiers and cyclists are going the same trail. If you want to go to the Karila Navetta Galleria, then you go to the right. But now I'm going to the left because I'm going back to the village. And here starts an uphill. This is not a very big uphill, it's just going a little bit, getting a little bit more elevation and then go back again. Oh, from here to the right. Not continue the narrow one, it goes up to the fell, to the, actually it goes to the same fell which we go around, but it goes to the Tahkokuru Gorge, but it's almost on the top of the fell. It's not meant for cyclists, winter time, it's for snowshoers. With a bike you should follow these a little bit wider trails. Oh, now I'm getting warm again. The air is warmer and I'm also doing some exercise. This is a way a lot better than what it was last time when I was here. Then it was very soft. This is one of my favorite places. A lot of turns and yeah. This is nice. This is nice. I like this. A little bit downhill and turns. That's nice. I noticed that when it's a little bit too cold for the gears, they are functioning not very fast. Downhill, a little bit slippery actually. You need to brake a little bit. Okay, and then there is a road. There is not many cars on this road, but you should still check that if there is somebody coming or not. Okay. Quite steep downhill. When you go to the other direction, you need the smallest gear over here. And if it's slippery, then you need to just gain speed before the uphill. But for the downhill, it's pretty smooth. A little bit bumpy, but nice anyway. Much easier than what this is in the summertime. Well, all right, now we are arriving to the back to the lake Akaslompolo. There is no sunshine anymore. Sun has set down to the earth. And it's colder than when we left. So it was a little bit over 20 kilometers trip. Hope that you like the video. If you like it, please press the like button and follow. On the next video, I'm not going to be here at Ylläksellä. I'm going to cycle in Japan. Plan is going to cycle from Kagoshima, from the south way to the up to the north to the Sapporo. But let's see what happens. But the video this time will end now. See you.